Is Jesus alive, or has he passed away? A Quran-only perspective. Many Muslims hold the belief that Jesus is alive in heaven and will return before the Day of Judgment. While this view is widely accepted through hadith and traditional interpretations, what does the Quran itself actually say? Let us explore the Quran, the central and final source of guidance for Quran-only Muslims, to see what it tells us about the status of Jesus. 1. Jesus speaks in the past tense about his death. On the Day of Judgment, the Quran presents a conversation between Allah and Jesus, in which Jesus says, Quran 5:117, I said not to them except what you commanded me, but when you caused me to die, tawafaitani, you were the watcher over them. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:117. The Arabic word tawafaitani is derived from wafa, which commonly means to take fully, and in many Quranic contexts, it refers to taking the soul in death. Here, Jesus speaks in the past tense, suggesting that he had already passed away before the Day of Judgment. This verse appears to indicate that Jesus is not currently alive, but had already been taken by Allah. 2. All messengers before Muhammad have passed. Quran 3:144. Muhammad is no more than a messenger. Messengers before him have passed away. Surah Al-Imran 3:144. This verse speaks broadly, affirming the mortality of all previous messengers. There is no exception mentioned, not even for Jesus. From this it seems that Jesus, like the other prophets, also passed away. 3. Everyone will die. Quran 39:30. Indeed you, O Muhammad, will die, and indeed they too will die. This universal statement emphasizes that death is the destiny of all human beings, including the messengers of God. Again, no exception is made for Jesus. 4. What about the verse? Saying Allah raised him, Quran 4:157-158. Some readers refer to the following passage as evidence that Jesus was taken up alive. Quran 4:157-158. They did not kill him nor crucify him. Rather, Allah raised him to himself. The word raised, rafa'ahu, is often interpreted as physical ascension. However, the Quran uses this word in various ways, sometimes to mean raising in honor or rank, e.g. 58:11. The verse clearly denies the crucifixion, but it does not explicitly say Jesus is currently alive or will return. The exact nature of this raising remains open to interpretation, especially from a Quran-only standpoint. 5. Does the Quran mention a return of Jesus? Nowhere in the Quran is there an explicit statement that Jesus will return to earth before the Day of Judgment. This belief is based on hadith literature, which Quran-only Muslims do not accept as a source of doctrine. Conclusion: Quran-only understanding. From a Quran-only perspective, the following points are clear. Jesus, Isa, speaks of his death in the past tense, 5:117. All prophets before Muhammad have passed away, 3:144. There is no explicit exception made for Jesus in the Quran. The concept of Jesus being alive in heaven or returning before the end of time is not stated in the Quran. Therefore, based on the Quranic evidence alone, it appears that Jesus, like all other prophets, has passed away, and the belief in his current life and return comes from extra-Quranic sources. Thank you for taking the time to explore this important topic from a Quran-only perspective. Whether you agree or disagree, I hope this encourages thoughtful reflection on what the Quran actually says and doesn't say about the life and status of Jesus. If you found this content valuable, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others who are interested in Quranic studies and open discussions. Sheikh Abdul Jabbar Kabara, Nigeria.